they going to stop now? Are they going to quit? No, they're not going to quit. Watch what's about to happen. And to your point, I did my math on it. You said 22-3. I got 25-5 run.
Okay.
That Luka led them on heading to the fourth quarter. And it sort of climaxed, if we could see this, with my man Rondo, the guy I have anointed as the savior of the Clippers, the quarterback they've never had, the leader they've never had. He shoots this. At the end of the third quarter, it's wide right by 2 feet, it looked like to me. It's Rondo air ball, and it just shoots the life out of the home team, because I think they do look to him as, you're our guy, you're our clutch guy, you're our guy who can save us when we need you most.
Well, Skip, you know, he did hit some big shots. He hit those big shots in games 3 and 4 in Dallas.
I got it, but this is it, where you seize control. He was nowhere to be found. Are you looking at the numbers here? Rondo was 0 for 6 and 0 for 3 from 3, including that disaster.
Right.
Of all shots from Rondo, he's pretty deadly from 3. He's turned himself into a deadly clutch.
Let him set his feet.
How many times last year in the bubble did he make a big 3 for the Lakers, like a turning point 3? And I thought, well, that's going to get me back in the game. No, it's going to shoot you right in the heart, shoot your team in the heart. So they go to the fourth quarter down 14, and I'm saying they're done. And then Luka was done. I think he wore out too. I think he saw so many defenders. Rondo was one of them. Everybody took a turn on him, and I think he started to wear down and out.
Because Terrence Mann, he picked him up, started picking him up whole court.
Okay, so all of a sudden, they start to creep back into a game that I thought they had no chance of even competing in. And it was because Luka is going 1 for 8 and 0 for 3 from 3.
Well, he started the fourth on the bench, Skip.
Okay.
And it wasn't when they made that run.
But it was just for a couple of minutes, and that started the run.
Yes,
but then he couldn't put the fire out because he had gone completely cold from floor and 3. So finally, all of a sudden, I'm looking up. I am trashing them on Twitter. I'm done with them. I don't want to even have to watch the end of the game. And to my shock, what happens? Well, there are 2 players on the floor who actually wanted to compete last night, and they are not named Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and they're not named Rondo. They were Terrence Mann, who's in his, second year. And he's just a baby. He's just a kid who came on late in the season, and I said it here on TV. He's a basketball player because he knows how to play, and he plays his tail off.
That's why Sweet Lou's in Atlanta.
That is correct, because he emerged. And Jerry West saw it from above and said, he can play. The other guy's getting old. And the other guy is they acquired Nicholas Batum to be a glue guy. Well, he competes. He does. He looks like passive. He doesn't wear any emotion on his sleeve at all. He's stone-faced. Obviously, a teammate of Tony Parker's from France, and he just plays basketball at a high level. He blocks shots, he steals basketballs, and fittingly, those are the 2 who are involved in the play of the game. Not Rondo, not Paul George, not Kawhi Leonard. Dumb and Dumber. No, what we had was, we had this final sequence, if we could see it, where Luka turns the ball over with a bad pass, a forced pass, and there it is. And guess who cuts in? Maybe it wasn't that bad a pass. Actually, it was just a great steal by Terrence Mann.
Great read.
And then Paul George gives it to him, and he's got a step on Luka. Terrence Mann has a step on Luka. We'll have to see it again. All you got to do is go up strong. You can and one him. You could dunk this. This is it for Terrence Mann, and he's not ready for prime time. He's afraid, like, I'm too young. This is not my team. This is not my time. This is not my show. Could he have not shot that basketball? And at the last second, he gives it up to Batum breaking down the lane, and Batum is shocked because he's not ready for the basketball. He's watching whether Terrence Mann, because Terrence Mann can get up now. And he can go up. He's a strong kid. Well, I'm thinking, dunk it and go to the free throw line. It's going to put you up 1 or 2.
I don't know if he could have dunked it, but I think if he'd gone stronger, he might have drawn contact and went to the line. Now, Skip, he was over. Remember, he had already missed 2 free throws in the fourth quarter, so maybe that's in the back of his mind.
But it's just like, I'm not ready for this. This is their team. I'm just a freshman or a sophomore.
Well, if I'm the Mavericks, I can't ask for a better situation. The ball is not in Paul George's hands. The ball is not in Kawhi's hands. It's in Terrence Mann and Nicholas Batum.
I was happy it was in their hands.
Skip, that's really, as an opposing player, that's all I can hope for. You don't want Paul George in that situation with the ball, Skip. Even though you didn't think he played well, I thought foul trouble hindered a lot of what he wanted to do. And Kawhi definitely did not play well. You would have preferred to have the ball in their hands at point blank against Luka.
Okay, so Nicholas Batum gets the ball on the rise, up high, and all you have to do is just sort of finish it.
Right.
Just put the ball. We got to see it one more time. Just go ahead. I know he was shocked because he wasn't expecting the basketball, but you just. What a steal this is by Terrence Mann.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. This is the play of the game. Way to go from Kleba, and he gives it to Paul George, who gives it right back. He's got something, but he gives it to Batum, and Batum goes up, and it looks like he's got something. I know he's contested, but you just don't finish the shot.
Terrence Mann could have come up and under, Skip.
You could do a lot of things.
He was up and under.
I think he had a step on Luka. And I think he could go real strong up and at least, now again, does he not want to shoot the 2 free throws because he'd missed the 2? Right. Maybe.
But Luka's not a shot blocker. Luka's getting out of his way because he doesn't want to try to get an and one.
Okay, so now back to Luka. You realize, as great as he was early, he missed 20 shots last night. Yeah. It's rare that you find an NBA game in which one player misses 20 shots because it's hard. It's hard. He took 37 shots.
Right.
Now, he made 17. And I'm going to give you this. He set the early tone that tended to last for the whole game. Yeah. If we could see Luka in the first quarter, do you realize he scored almost half his points last night in the first quarter? Right. Watch this. This is Luka. Look, watch these. That's as clean as you can make that.
Nothing but net.
Nothing but net. He's shooting them up in the rafters. They're rainbows. That might have ticked a little back iron.
This is nothing.
No, that's just sweet. That's as swish as you could swish it. Look at these shots. And I'm saying, that's good. That's good. It leaves his hand. I said, that's good. Well, it's hard. That's 5 threes he makes. Remember, he's a career 33% three-point shooter. Remember, Dallas finished 18th in three-point shooting during the regular season.
Right.
And they're doing that early on. Well, it made the Clippers have to play uphill all night long. And even after they made their Reggie Jackson Memorial run to get up 6, I think they were spent. It's like, that's all we got. If you guys got more, you can have this.
But also, Skip, give the Dallas credit. They did a better job of sealing off the lane. Paul George and Kawhi was not able to get to the rim as easily as they had in games 3 and 4.
Yeah, seriously.
He was.
He was like Michael Jordan. Last night, he looked like some guy named Jordan Michaels. Seriously, like some guy came down out of the stands and, I'm Jordan Michaels. Can I play? I don't know what possessed him. And it went all the way down to, obviously, the last shot to tie. He was contested. He was defended. But I saw him once upon a time make a shot against Philadelphia. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Well, this wasn't that. This wasn't in the conference. Was at the conference finals?
Yeah, it was clear.
Game 7?
Yep.
In Toronto, I thought maybe he'd luck it in for me this time. Nope, he hit nothing but air, as in air.
But did you see, Skip, as they're walking off the court because they got a foul, they get a timeout, he's looking at Rondo and Rondo's looking at him like, what you want me to do? I gave you a perfect pass. You just missed it. Why are you blaming me?
Rondo was all over him at the end of the game. And I love that, but it was too little too late.
Right.
Because that Rondo, that leader, that I'm in charge here guy that I needed to see in the third quarter and the fourth quarter was nowhere to be found. So Rondo didn't back up his leadership with his performance last night, and you know and I know, then it won't work.
Well, but the thing was, Skip, it's like Kawhi said something to Rondo, and Rondo's looking at him like, bruh, I gave you a perfect pass right into a shot.
Just go.
You airballed it.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me? But, Skip, I think the thing is look, you look at Luka. Skip, he had points through 3 quarters. Now, yeah, we would like to see him be like Dame. Dame was able to keep it going. 4th quarter, overtime, double overtime. But for what he was able to do, Skip, now you got to realize now,